Hello everyone, it's records tier list videos on his iPhone, and today we're gonna be doing something I came up with last night, which I thought was a cool idea, cause I'm like, why not? But basically, I've already like used this to do a bunch of other stupid like video ideas, but today I'm gonna be using the liked songs category from Spotify, like all the songs I've saved over the past years, which total up to like 8,900. And the first 20 I shuffled, the artists I got from those songs, I'm going to rank on this tier list. And those artists are Convexity, Cocaine Jesus, Death Grips, uh, you know, Dodge and Fusky, E. Cali, Holly, Karma Fields, Knife Party, McGordon, No Mana, Noisia, Roger Wilco, Rootkit, Seven Lions, Shirk, Stephen Walking, Synthy, Temanite, The Brig, and Trinergy. Now let's start here at the end with Trinergy. Now, if you don't know who Trinergy is, he is a dubstep artist who is released on Never Say Die. I'm pretty sure he's released on Firepower before, and he's released on Disciple Roundtable. His new EP, No Worries, came out like a couple weeks ago, and it's actually pretty good. And I think he has a pretty unique style for dubstep, even though, it's like a pretty ununique genre. But I'd say Trinergy has something going for him that most other dubstep artists don't really have. And I think he's got good production and his music really has like a vibe and you can tell it's him. So I'm gonna give Trinergy I'm thinking. Trinergy's A tier. He's very close to S, but he's A tier. Now we're gonna go to Stephen Walking over here. Stephen Walking's been an artist on Monster Cat since like the first inception of it. He's released some really good songs. He's released some really bad songs. But overall, I think he's a pretty good artist. I wish he released more nowadays because he hasn't really released that much. But other than that, I think he's a pretty good artist, and I'm gonna give him. Let me think. Fuck. I'm gonna give him B tier. Yeah, that's probably gonna happen a lot this video because I'm on an iPhone. Now I'm gonna go to Seven Lions. Seven Lions is a melodic dubstep artist who started a label named Ophelia like 2 years ago or something. He's actually pretty big. Like some mainstream people might even know him, but he's he's not too good. Like if I went to melodic dubstep, he's probably in the middle. There's some artists I know I don't want to listen to, and there's some artists I really want to listen to. And I'd say Seven Lions is probably in the middle of that. And I'm gonna give him C tier. Yeah, he deserves C tier. Now, this fucking tree thing over here is Roger Wilco. And Roger Wilco is, I think, a D&B artist. I didn't really hear of him until I like went to my save songs because I had the Culprit collab saved. And since he was the first artist on that collab, he's in here. So basically, I went to go check him out. And his music's very weird. I wouldn't say it's bad, but I wouldn't say it's good either. Like, if you're looking for weird D&B, I'd go to him. But it's not really my favorite thing for D&B or like even weird music. So I'm gonna give him D tier. Uh, since you see him over here, let's go to Noisia next. Noisia is where you actually go for weird D&B because those people are fucking crazy. I don't know if they have a new album coming out or what they're doing, but they haven't released much lately. I mean, they released like The Hole Part 1 and then like some song with like Face before that. But other than that, they haven't released that much lately. They have some really good albums and they have something different going. And I would put them in S tier just because of the respect I have for them, but it's like I don't really like them that much to be honest. I'm gonna get shit on for this, but I don't really think they're as good as Trinergy. I'll put them in B tier. They're not bad though. They're definitely not bad. Now this man with the fucking guitar over here is Mick Gordon. He produces like game like soundtracks and stuff. Knows like most notably Doom, but he also does like a lot of soundtracks. He combines metal with like EDM. Sullivan King confirmed, and he's actually pretty good. I'm gonna put him in B tier as well. He's got some really good production, and I don't think he's a bad artist at all. Next, right here we have No Mana. This thing right here. No Mana is a mouse trap artist. He's, in my opinion, not really the best. I'm gonna get shit on this for this as well, but his music seems very long and like drawn out, and I'm not really a fan of it. He has some good songs, but uh, it's just not my thing. D tier. And then this recognizable logo right here, Knife Party. Knife Party used to be Pendulum, which was much better than Knife Party. But then they went to go make Knife Party music, and they had a pretty good album and like some meh EPs. But lately they've just released like straight up garbage. I'm not gonna lie. I never even was the biggest Knife Party fan, but I can admit like their old stuff was much better than their new stuff. And I'm not trying to be one of those people that's like, oh, well, the new music sucks. Nah, it's just like their new stuff doesn't really feel as like special or like good or anything. It feels like they've kind of lost their touch. So they're also going in D tier. Time to get murdered for that one. Rootkit. Rootkit is, I don't even know how to explain Rootkit. Rootkit's like a D&B slash house artist. He does a lot of things. He's not really primarily in one genre, and most of it is very very good. I don't think I can name a bad Rootkit song off the top of my head. He's made some very good music. I'm gonna put him in A tier. Or I'm just gonna do that. Sad day. All right, Karma Fields. Karma Fields is totally not Beta Tracks, 100%. He used to release some good music, like his Monster Cat music was good, and then what I found was after he stopped releasing a Monster Cat, his music became very boring and bland and like it was trying to be someone else. Because he used to be honestly one of the most creative and interesting producers to me, but his new music just feels so boring and already made. It's like he just completely abandoned the unique and weird style he had going for him. And his new album's like trash, I'm not gonna lie. I'll put him in C tier just because it's like his first album, but he's on thin ice, my man. He's he's on thin ice. And now we got Holly over here. Oh, sad day. We got Holly over here. Holly is mainly a trap producer who collabs with every person in existence. His music can sometimes be really good. His music can sometimes be very like bad, and his music can sometimes be very weird. And it's kind of a combination of all three of those because he has like loads of songs. He probably has like over 200 collabs and like a couple solo songs as well. And while I'm not going to put him in D tier, I think he's like bottom C tier. It's not because he's bad, but it's because like most of his songs aren't very memorable to me. He has some really memorable songs, but he also has some very forgettable ones, and those kind of outweigh the good, in my opinion. Now, Ikali. I was thinking about putting him in F tier, but he has some good songs. I'm not gonna put him in F tier. But his music has gotten very boring and samey and not like creative at all. It's kind of sad to see what happened, honestly. Like his old songs weren't too creative, but they were fun and they had something going for them. His new songs just feel lame and boring, like they've already been made by 50 other future house, what the fuck, future bass producers. So D tier. That's Dodge and Fusky. Dodge and Fusky are also like a dubstep artist. There's a couple on here, I'm pretty sure. And I'm pretty sure Dodge founded Disciple with Astronaut like a long time ago. They've released a couple EPs and not a couple albums. They've released a bunch of EPs and an album. And the stuff that's with Fusky is much better than the stuff without Fusky. But I'm just gonna judge it off of the stuff that I've heard because I haven't heard every single one of their songs, but I've heard most of them. I really like most of them, and even the ones without Fusky have at least some value to them. Like the Big Rhythm series is pretty good. But yeah, I'm thinking B tier. Yeah, that's B tier. Cocaine Jesus. This is one that most people have probably not heard about. He's like a chill artist, surprisingly enough. With a name like that, you'd think he'd be like some crazy hard dance artist, but he's a chill artist. His music's kind of like lo-fi, but it's also sort of not. I don't really know what it reminds me of. It's just very weird. You'd have to check it out for yourself. But he has a lot of music, and sadly only like some of his songs hit with me. Like he has full albums of songs, and like some of them are okay, but then there's like ones that are just like so obviously better than the rest. At least that's for me. Eh, I'll give him C tier. He has enough good songs to be there. Oh, that hurts me to look at. Here, I'm gonna fix this. There we go. That's much better. All right. Now next is Death Grips. Just gonna put him. Just gonna put him in D. I haven't heard enough. I've heard like 2 songs I like, and I've heard like 10 I don't. So up there in D tier. Convexity. Convexity is probably the definition of a D tier artist because he has these good songs that he's made, but he also has these really, really trash songs that kind of overweigh, the good songs. So I'd say he just straight belongs in D tier, to be honest. Oh, we only got 4 left, and some of these are really good. Okay, so we're gonna do Temanite next. Temanite, Temanite's also like a dubstep producer, and he also does like a bunch of other genres, but mainly dubstep. His music is usually the same song over and over again, not really any difference. I guess he has like some rock songs that are different, but he's not really the most creative producer. Yeah, he's like upper D tier probably. Yeah, upper D tier. We're gonna do Shirk next. Now, if you're on this channel, you already know. I don't even need to say anything. I don't. I don't need to. It's simple enough. Alright, now we're gonna do this guy, Synthy. He's he's a weird producer because like I didn't hear of him before like I started making this. I just had like a random song that he made on 99 Life saved, and I checked him out, and he's really fucking good. He's not the most creative producer, but his music also like sounds very good and just like well produced and kind of like hits hard. Before this list, I thought he was gonna be like, oh, he'll probably be like D, maybe F tier, but he's like a strong A tier. Like he belongs up there with Trinergy and Rootkit, surprisingly enough. I didn't think he would, but here we are. And last is the Brig, who is also a dubstep producer, but has probably the most recognizable like sound in my opinion in like all of EDM. Most of his music is like pirate themed, if you couldn't tell from the name, and you can like tell it's him when the song starts. And he always has these like god tier build-ups and these pretty crazy weird drops, and he's just so obviously S tier. So, all right, that's the list. I'm gonna run through it. We got Shirk and the Brig in S tier, Trinergy, Synthy, and Rootkit in A tier, Stephen Walking, Noisia, Mick Gordon, and Dodge and Fusky in B tier, Seven Lions, Holly, Karma Fields, and Cocaine Jesus in C, and Temanite, Knife Party, Roger Wilco, No Mana, Death Grips, Ekali, and Convexity in D tier. I know this is a sad thing to say, but hopefully next time I get someone in F tier. I'm surprised I didn't, but yeah, this was actually a pretty good list. I am very surprised by how well this turned out. I thought it was going to go terrible because I saved some very shitty songs back in the day, but you never know. Maybe the next one will be worse if I do make a next one. But this is pretty fun. I probably will. And yeah, thank you for watching. Peace.